Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. For those interested, requesting any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, tier list ranking, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for the film Kill, an Indian action film which I've heard of but I had never seen until now. Now, some places say 2023, other places say 2024, so I'm just going to put 2023 for the sake of argument. This was pretty good. I admit, this was pretty good. It's very intense. Some really nice, brutal, bloody action fight sequences. All taking place on a train. And pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward film. And so straightforward, my water here decided to go off. I just was giving this thumbs up of approval. But yes. But yes, this was a pretty damn good movie. If you like action films, especially with bloody, intense fight sequences, this was pretty good. This is on YouTube. I don't know if it's there now, but it was on YouTube with the English subtitles. And the setup is, like I said, pretty simple. You have this NSG, this National Security Guard guy named Emrit, who's in love with this girl named Tulika. Now, Tulika, her dad has fixed and arranged an engagement with someone else, to be married with someone else. But Tulika and this commando, they love each other. So the commando gets with his buddy, and like, you know what? We don't want to see her for a bit. She says, I'm going to be on this train. He's like, you know what? Let's follow her onto the train and see what we can do. So him and his buddy get on the train. The girl, Tulika's on the train with her sister, her mom, her dad. Her dad is this big business tycoon type of guy. Now, other people that get on the train are bandits. Bandits that at times want to just rob whoever's on the train and then get the hell out. But then they realize, oh, here's this big business guy, tycoon guy. Maybe we could take him, ransom him. And they start stealing and fucking with the people on the train. The lead commando and his buddy find this out. They beat the fuck out of them. His buddy sees that one of them is going to kill the girl's mom. Fights the guy and kills the guy in self-defense. Well, that guy was someone very precious to these bandits, so now they're calling the cavalry, and they're all going to get on the train and try to kill whoever they can, and it's up to mainly our lead guy to stop it. And that's a very simple setup. But man, like the way this is done, first and foremost, like the fight scenes in this movie, the fact that how they're able to do this in such a tight space, because you think of a train, and you know there's beds, compartments, and the way they're able to do this with like the little bit of movement and a little bit of space they have is very commendable. I will butcher the names, and I don't want to butcher it because I thought everybody did a good job. I thought the villain, there's the villain, and then he's the son of the boss. To be the main villain, the son is such a despicable piece of shit. They just waiting for him to get his comeuppance, waiting for him to get his shit put in. And the guy did a good job with that. I thought the lead guy, the girl who played Tulika, they all did well. They all did more than acceptable. And there's some things I didn't expect, and it definitely takes some serious, very serious turns. And there are times it feels like a horror movie, which I do appreciate that. There's certain moments that I'm like, God damn, this lead guy is like Jason Voorhees. Like the way, yeah, it's I like that. I appreciate that. But I don't know how they get into that without spoilers. So I would say this. Let me find it. Is this still on YouTube? Let me check real quick. See, is it under 2023 or 2024 film? Is this the one I saw? Okay, yeah. So, 10 months ago, a guy called The Everything Show. The Everything Show, that's his YouTube. He has till 2024. But again, if you look up other places, they say till 20... Like if I put till 2023... Wikipedia says 2023, IMDb says 2023, but then other people say, well, technically, it was July 2024. So, yeah. IMDb, Wikipedia, other places say 2020, whatever the fuck. So if you type till 2024 movie, and you find the one that's The Everything Show, it's an hour and 44 minutes, 48 seconds. That's how I saw this film. I would say if you like intense action movies, brutal knife fights, stabbings, some brutal gore, it is definitely worth a look, because I really did like this. So, spoilers starting now. The setup I didn't mind, because the setup got you to understand where people's headspace was at. And this guy seemed very cute in his love for Talika. His buddy seemed like a cool dude. Now, at the beginning, I see that they're fighting, but they're not, other than the guy accidentally killing someone in self-defense. They're not really killing the bad guys. I'm kind of sitting there going, well, damn, man, why don't you just kill the guys and break their necks, and what are you doing? But yeah, he's a commando. He is not quite a cop, like a national security guard. So it's him trying to do the right thing. Trying to subdue, taking the custody, like you would in real life. And the bad guys don't care. There's this one guy who tries to help, this innocent guy, and the bad guys will just stab the shit out of him. Seems like a younger kid. There's... his buddy gets fucked up and cut up a bit, injured. Not dead, but injured. And you do get some good, close quarters fighting, subduing the guys and fighting the guys, and there are times where they hit him and knock him out, and I didn't even at this point, I'm like, why don't you fucking kill them? Just and I realized they're doing this for a reason. So at least they give a reason. So I didn't appreciate that. I don't know why, for some reason, I did not see this coming, and it was a surprise. It may not be for anybody else, but it was for me. So at one point, about 40-some minutes into the film, his love gets killed. The guy, the piece of shit, kills her, stabs her, and then I think throws her off the train. Kills her. And I don't know, I just didn't see that coming. I figured, oh, he's going to protect the girl. And said, no, it's like, oh shit, she's dead. And it's like, we're like halfway through not even halfway through the film. And then, like, he's, of course, mad, angry, pissed. Well, at first he's sad, crying out, just, emotional turmoil. And then he kind of gets more serious and like stands up, and then it shows the title, Kill. I went, oh, okay, I get what you're doing. Now you turn them into a killing machine. So, yeah, 44 minutes in is when the title kicks in. And I thought that was a nice touch, because then he becomes a fucking killing machine. He's breaking necks, he's stabbing them. One guy gets stabbed in the eye. He crushes the guy's head with a fucking fire extinguisher. He's Jason fucking Voorhees. He puts the extinguisher into the person's mouth and right down the guy's throat. He throws a knife, it goes to a guy's head. And then when he comes up, he kicks the knife, and the knife goes further into the head. He's beating them up, fucking them up, kicking them, stabbing them. And then, when some of them have run off, he takes the dead bodies and he hangs them, each one up. So when the bad guys come in, they see this whole compartment of undead bodies like Jason Voorhees would do. And then the bad guys are scared and they're crying because it's their fallen father, brothers, friends. Oh no, oh my god. So, like, the fact that the bad guy, that the good guy has killed all these motherfuckers, I mean, uses as a hell of a scare tactic, and even to a point later on, some people are like, "How no, you should not have done that. You should not have killed that girl, and oh, we should just leave. We should just leave." I'm like, okay, this is an interesting take. I didn't see this coming. I thought it'd just be more generic, still in a good way. Die Hard on a train. Under Siege 2. Stuff like that. But yeah, it get pretty emotional and intense at times. The fight scenes are really good. He sneaks. Now, granted, when he gets on top of the train, there's some iffy CGI in the backdrop. I kind of wish they would try to do some of that for real, or maybe like Speed, like the film Speed, where those train scenes, I thought the subway stuff, I still thought looked pretty good. But he goes around to get and back and kills some of them. One guy he slams into the fucking toilet. And pretty much the rest of the film is his buddy and the others kind of hiding over here, trying to figure out what to do next. The bad guys talking amongst themselves, being scared, wondering what to do, and the good guy just kicking ass, taking names, and killing some sons of bitches. He gets a pretty good body count on them. And then even more so, even more sad and intense, eventually his buddy gets killed. So he gets even more angry and pissed. One of the things he's adamant about is to save his loved one, his former loved one, her sister, because he made a promise to get that, to lead his sister to safety. And the bad guy's father, I like what he does, but the effect hurts it a bit. He does this thing where he takes his lighter fluid and puts it and smacks it, and it goes down the guy's like in his mouth. And he's fighting some guys. They're trying to pull him back, but he takes a lighter. He does this, and it lights the guy's head on fire. Cool idea, brutal. Sadly, really bad CG. Really bad CG, and I get it. It's tough to tell someone, hey, let's put your head on fire and hopefully you don't fucking die. I get that. I do get that. There have been movies where people put gel and a mask and stuff, and if it's not just a head, I mean, okay, Nightmare on Elm Street. At the end of that film, Freddy Krueger, his body, including his head, are on fire. So there are ways to do it. I don't know if in India they have the techniques to do it, though. I don't know how it is in India. But I will admit, that's one of those effects that it looked really bad. But I like the idea. It's one of those, that's the thing. It's like a good chunk of it. I liked what's going on, and I like the idea. But okay, it's not the best effect. So, a little point off for that. But at the same time, he'll like kill others. He'll like stab a guy in the neck. There's one guy he stabs. And he fucking guts the guy. Like he pulls the knife down and blood splatters on the ground. So that shit really works. And then the main asshole, he takes a hammer and beats the fuck out of him. And then he just punches the shit out of him. I do wish we got to see a bit more of a bloody pummeling in terms of, like, we hear and we see more blood splattering. We just see him doing this. I kind of wish there was a shot, maybe he slammed down and you see a shot like the foot crushing the head or something. Like something a little bit more. It was good, and you tell the guy was in pain. I like that he used the hammer and he hit the hammer right in the guy's chest, and the guy's like, ugh. So the guy suffers. Does the motherfucker do? At least there's that. At least there's that. The villain does suffer a bit. His job's done. The sister and the father and such, they're safe. He wanders. He sits down on a bench. He looks over. There's the girl Talika. So it is one of those films that it's left to interpretation. Either A, he's hallucinating because of how pain and bloodlust he has, or it's his final moments before he dies. Now, I know there's word on a sequel being made, but I don't know if that's a sequel in name only or if it's going to have the same character. Because obviously it's the same character. I mean, I don't know any info about that. Like I said, it says there's a sequel in development. Come on. Let me check real quick. We're discussing there will be a part 2. So that's the thing, though. I don't know. I don't know if there's a sequel if you don't have the same character in it, or again if it's a sequel in name only. I don't know. So I can't tell you anything about it. So as a right, I think most people interpret it as he died, which I guess, I mean, do I like that? No, but at the same time, I mean, his buddy died, the woman he loved died, he saved all the people, he killed all the bad guys, and when he looks at the girl, and it's sweet, kind of like the ending of End of Days, which the reason it reminds me of that, because Shout Factory, Stream Factory released, they're doing a new Blu-ray 4K with new features, including a new interview with Peter Hyams. So that's cool. Comes out in October this year. And End of Days, you know, Arnold dies, but at the same time, he did good, and there's his family. So here, like, if he dies, then he's going to be with the woman he loves, and at least if you look at it like that, I don't want to say there's hope, but it eases it a bit more, if that makes sense. It makes the pill swallow down a bit smoother. I don't know how else to word it. So, yeah. If he lives and he's in a sequel, cool. If he doesn't, he killed the bad guys, kicked ass, took names, was a total badass. And if he gets to be in the afterlife with his woman, that's not too bad either. So, I guess that's the way to look at it. And I just really liked the film. Other than some of the little CGI bits, like when the guy's head's on fire, or when you're outside the train. There's this one shot where his buddy and the guys, they build a fire so when the train goes by, people could see it. You see this wide shot when the train's going by and a guard sees the fire. You tell that the fire is... You always see it like this big, but you can even tell that fire CG, so... Yeah, I wish some of that was a bit smoothed over, or just done, you know, practically. Other than that, I really did enjoy the film. I did. I did. It's the way they did the choreography, again, with how tight these spaces are, very commendable. The way they had the cameras, I understood all that was going on, so I wasn't confused or anything. They handled the fight scenes very, very well. Bloody, brutal. If you like those kind of movies, this one is definitely worth a look. This one, I really did enjoy. I know this is completely random, but I remember, for example, hearing people talk about that film Sisu. I saw it. I didn't mind it. That was okay. But it didn't, like, blow me away or anything. This one was pretty damn good. So... whether 2023 or 2024, it would have been my top 10 of that year. So, take that for you will. Thanks for watching. Take care. And like I said, this was pretty damn good. This, I would say, of the Guillermo, his requests of this bunch, about 8 or 9. This or the next one were my favorite. This or Fight or Flight. Those two were definitely my favorites. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.